slow times on our hands, but that's okay. We're going to keep on cruising through. First thing first, a lot of visits are happening this week, this summer, including Jaden Rashada. Again, he's here today, right here, like physically, but at the Swamp, we're going to get into that. But the first thing is we had some 4-star visits. 4-star wide receiver Aiden Mizell has named Florida the leader of his recruitment. The guy's 6'2", 180 pounds, wide receiver. Look, we've talked about needing wide receivers, so this is huge for us for next year. Also, 4-star safety Jordan Castle has been predicted to commit to Florida. A lot of 4 stars are starting to kind of come out of the woodworks. Really exciting to see there. Trayon Webb is another one. He canceled his visit to Tennessee. I think this guy's a shoe-in. I really do. It was his cousin, I believe, with the Florida, if I'm not mistaken. We've talked about that a little bit. He's been seeing plenty of Gator gear. I'm pretty sure he's on a Gator podcast. He spoke with Connor, who was on the cast. They have their own podcast, Connor from SI Gators. Their podcast is about recruiting more on the high school side of things. So they kind of get everybody, even if they're not heavily favored towards the Gators. But again, it felt very Gator-like. I don't know what he's waiting for. Maybe just to kind of see if anything pops out of the woodworks. But Trayon Webb looks like a pretty good shoe-in as well. So,
yeah, look, that's a lot of talent. You're not talking about look, every 3-star, every 2-star, even 1-star recruits. When you need them, especially to fill a roster spot and to bolster, the room per se. Every recruit counts, but to have that much talent right there, kind of just on deck, and you're close enough to it. That's a huge change in the talent that is on your overall team roster. That's 4-star after 4-star. And look, 5 stars are great, and that's what gets all the recognition. But 4-star recruits are not far off. A lot of them just don't play for schools that are big enough to get the recognition. A lot of times, some of these kids who are just as good as a 5-star recruit don't play in the same level of competition. They're just as good of athletes. So, look, that's amazing for Florida to have that many kids right there.
We've talked about the stars too, how they kind of come and go. I'm pretty sure Jaden lost a star recently, which there's this little myth going around type of thing that anytime somebody commits to Florida, they lose a star. It's showing to be kind of true time and time again with this, but he's lost a star. But Bryce Lovett, who has committed, the 3-star guy, he's got a 4-star now. So remember, we've talked about that. They'll go to a camp or they'll go do something, so they can kind of gain and lose stars throughout their time before they actually sign. So these 4-star guys, they could turn to 5 stars. I'm pretty sure Arlos Boardingham was a 5-star guy, is now considered a 4-star guy. So like you said, the 4 and 5, there's a handful of they're 5-star seal the deal, but the other 4s, I mean, they're kind of floating between 3 and 5. Hey, they could fall to a 3, they could also go up to a 4, 5. So just getting these guys in the door is huge. And look, it's exciting. The buzz is here. We talk about it every week, pretty much about it, but it's just something we haven't had in a long time. That's where the excitement comes from. Oh, before you go, make sure you guys check out this video right here. It's brand spanking new. It's shiny. It's beautiful. It's gonna be a great one. I promise you. Make sure you like that video too, and also too, don't forget to subscribe somewhere in this vicinity right here.